Today, we're talking about the arena queen herself, Lupa, the fiery fusion specialist who's shaking up the meta right as Galbrena enters the spotlight. We'll go over why she's more than just a mono fusion buffer, and why her weapon might be one of the most underrated pickups this patch. Quick shout out to everyone using my link to grab game packs. Your support genuinely means the world. As a thank you, I'll be gifting 3 monthly passes to one lucky winner, and you get to choose the game, whether it's Genshin, Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, or Zenla's Zone Zero. Just like the video, drop a thoughtful comment with your take on today's topic and make sure you're subscribed. Alright, let's get into it. Lupa's kit is all about fusion amplification. Every part of her rotation feeds into boosting team-wide fusion damage. Her skill, Applause of Victory, creates a consistent buff that empowers all fusion teammates, while her ultimate stacks on top of that with even more fusion multipliers and reduced enemy resistance. When you pair her with fusion DPS units like Chongli, Encore, Brant, or Galbrena, your team damage doesn't just rise, it skyrockets. She's that rare support DPS who doesn't just buff from the sidelines. She jumps into the fight, deals serious damage, and keeps your team's momentum high. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. With Galbrena joining the roster as a fast-paced DPS, Lupa becomes even more valuable. Galbrena thrives on tight rotations and explosive bursts, and Lupa's buffs fit perfectly into that rhythm. She lets Galbrena hit harder, extend her combos, and maintain max uptime. And unlike other supports who only work in one setup, Lupa bridges both burst and sustained team styles. She doesn't compete with Galbrena, she completes her. A lot of players label Lupa as mono fusion only, but that's not entirely true. Sure, she shines brightest in fusion-heavy lineups, but her buffs are wide enough to help hybrid comps too, especially if you're using off-field fusion damage dealers. You can slot her in as a sub-DPS or an enabler and still get amazing uptime and value. Think of her as a modular amplifier, not a niche pick. Mono fusion may be her stage, but she performs just fine when the spotlight shifts. Now let's talk about her weapon, the Wildfire Mark. This blade is tailor-made for her kit. It doesn't just boost her fusion output, it extends her buff potential and energy flow, giving her faster rotations and higher uptime on both skill and ultimate. Combined with her scaling, this weapon turns Lupa into a true hybrid. Half enabler, half damage dealer. It's one of those rare signature weapons that genuinely changes how consistent a character feels. If you plan to use her long term, this weapon takes her from great to elite. So, should you pull? If you're running fusion teams or even plan to build around Galbrena, the answer is yes. Lupa's not just a one-dimensional buffer, she's a flexible sub-DPS who adds depth, speed, and synergy to your roster. If you're low on pulls, prioritize Lupa herself first, but if you can get her weapon too, that combo forms one of the most complete fusion cores in the game right now. And that's the full breakdown. Lupa isn't just a hype gladiator, she's a meta-defining support who can stand toe-to-toe with the strongest DPS units in Wuthering Waves. If you found this guide helpful, drop a like, subscribe for more deep dives, and let me know in the comments, are you pulling for Lupa or saving for someone else? Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.